Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's David, this is David K Reacts, and today I'm going to be reacting to the video Survivor by VoicePlay and Home Free. I'm going to be sliding across to a different group today, but rather than going straight in on one of their solo songs, a few people suggested it could be fun to do it this way because I'm familiar with VoicePlay. You know, I know Home Free or group, but I haven't seen any of their stuff before, and so it'd be interesting to sort of slide across, do a little transition video now with this, and then I'll do a full-on Home Free video next time around. So that's what I'm going to do. But first, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for coming and checking out this video. If you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel if you enjoy what you see in this video. Nice big red button just below me. And hit the bell for notifications whenever I post. Probably about once a week at the moment is what I'm expecting. We'll see how that goes. If you are new, this is a relatively new channel. I've only just been going about 3 weeks at this point, and just kind of finding my ground, really. I released quite a few videos over the last few weeks just because I had some time to front load some stuff and get the channel going. But I think once a week is going to be a reasonable schedule for me at the moment. Also, very exciting news for me. Today, as I record this, I have just passed 400 subscribers, which is fantastic. Thank you so very much to everybody who has jumped on board with me as I go on this journey. I am so grateful to all of you. Also, please like these videos if you enjoy them. It really, really helps to sort of get the YouTube algorithm to throw me up top and recommend me to people. And I really appreciate that. So, yes, that'd be great. If you are new, I'm just saying if you are new a few times because I'm guessing I'm going to attract a few Home Free supporters who haven't come across me before. What I do with my videos is I'm going to watch the video straight through, enjoy it, react to it, and then I will go back and break it down and sort of comment on anything that I see. This will be a little bit interesting because I don't know Home Free yet. I know that they do have, you know, it's another 5-piece group. I know that they are fantastic. I'm expecting really good things from this. I'm also aware of Tim. People have put him on my radar very much because I started into this whole thing with VoicePlay and with Jeff. And that's about it, really. And I know they lean a little bit more towards country. So that's my full Home Free knowledge so far. I did go onto a website and just look up members because I want to be able to talk about people in this video, and not knowing everybody in advance would be challenging. So yes, I did do that much, just so that I could do my due diligence in that regard. But I haven't seen any of their work, and I'm coming into this completely without experience. So this is Survivor, the Destiny's Child song, which of course takes me back, which is kind of awesome to see things that way. My apologies. Always seems to be one of my colleagues working late when I'm doing one of these. So I'm excited to see what they do with that. I think it's going to be really cool to see a video that I was so familiar with back in the day that's going to be done like this. So that's going to be fun. And it's a sort of like a battle off, I guess. It's zombies versus hillbillies. And I have no real idea what to expect with that, but I'm looking forward to it. Also, there's a guest artist, Honey La Rochelle. No idea who she's singing with, or whether she's sort of somebody who's stuck in the middle of all of this. We'll see as we go. But I'm really looking forward to reacting to this, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So here we go. Let's bring up the video, watch it, and see what we're in for.
Now that you're out of my life, I'm so much better.
Amazing.
Thought that I'd be weak
Oh,
without you,
these
but
costumes
I'm
are so good.
fine. Thought that I'd be broke without you, but I'm richer. Thought that I'd be sad without you, I love hard.
You thought I wouldn't grow without you, now I'm wiser. You thought that I'd be helpless without you, but I'm smarter. You thought that I'd be stressed without you, but I'm chilling. Thought I wouldn't sell
So many
without you,
contrasts
sold a
already.
million.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving.
I couldn't breathe without you, I'm inhaling. Thought I couldn't see without your perfect vision. Thought I couldn't fast without you, but I'm lasting. Thought
This is-
that
oh
I
my
would
God, the
die
teeth.
without you, but I'm
The teeth.
living.
Thought that I would fail without you, but I'm on top. Thought it would be over by now, but it won't stop. Thought that I
Oh
would
my
fail
goodness.
struggle, but I'm still here. Even in my years to come, I'm still gonna be here.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work hard.
Wishing you the best. Pray that you
Yep,
are
nice
blessed.
breakdown, I
Give
like it.
success, the stress, and lots of happiness.
Oh, intensity well. So this is Tim.
I'm better than that. I'm not gonna hear you in the magazines. Cause my zombie told me better than that.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder.
I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. I will survive.
Keep on surviving.
I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up.
Oh, this is so good.
I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it.
Yes.
Keep on surviving. Hey.
Oh gosh, oh that's a zombie. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Oh, it hurts. Oh, that feels good. No, it hurts.
Oh, this is good. Oh my goodness. Oh, I like the little Walking Dead reference there in that cover. That's fun. Oh, that is so much fun. I couldn't really. There was so much going on. I just gave up on the idea of saying anything about it until I do my step by step. But oh, that is good. I enjoyed that. I think this is a fun way to be introduced to Home Free because it's. I already know one side, it's sort of the battle is joined, you get to see what the other side's doing kind of thing. It's a very entertaining way of being introduced to one group I don't know through a group I already do know. And Honey's voice, wow. Absolutely fantastic. I love that. There's so much interplay here. There's a million and one things to comment on. I don't know how much I'm going to catch, but I'm going to have a go. But thank you to everybody who said this would be a good start. That was really good fun. I'm also guessing this is an older video, because unless I'm very much mistaken, that was Tony also singing with VoicePlay. And I haven't yet seen a video with Tony in it, so this is my first introduction to him. So that's kind of cool, because he now works for Powder Cake Studios, of course. So, or I guess he probably did back then as well, at least in some capacity, but that's now his job. So I haven't seen something with him in it, because all the videos I've been reacting to have been more recent, so that's fun. Everybody else, of course, in VoicePlay, I do know. Okay. Let's just go back and do this thing. I think there was so much there, it was difficult to take it all in on one viewing. So I'm glad I do things this way, because I feel like if I just did it on a once through, with no idea what was coming my way, I would miss a lot. Yeah, all right, let's go. I want to see. Oh, she is. Oh, I love this with Honey. She's coming from, like, the coffin pose and rising up. That's so cool.
Now that you're out of my life, I'm so much better. Thought that I'd be weak, but
Oh, these introductions are so good. Like, you're obviously getting the introduction, I guess, straight off the bat to the people who are closest to the camera. We see Lane and Jeff and Honey all coming up. And then after that, you get this lovely rise. I love Earl just appearing from the background, looming out of the shadows. That's really cool. And you get this momentary glimpse of Home Free before everything starts off, and that's kind of cool, because immediately what it's done is it has pointed out the visual differences that we're going to have here. I'm going to run on for 1 second.
now that you're out of my life, I'm
So here, I mean, what a great shot right there. Ellie. But I love this visual that we have right in front of us. We have greys and whites and blacks and pallid skin. And then this wonderful pop of red from Honey's hair. And I think, are the contact lenses red or brown? Whatever they are, they're popping a little bit. And just a small amount of color around her neck with the necklace there. And those little patches of blood. And everything about her just kind of stands her out just a little bit. And then you have this wonderful cohesion behind. Everyone's scrappy, everybody's got different levels of being torn, but it's for a zombie horde, they're remarkably uniform, which I think is actually really cool. It's like someone went into an office and turned all the office workers into zombies. This is great, I love it. The white contacts are really cool too. Have they all got those? Probably, I think so. That's such a cool introduction to this group. Alright, I'm going to talk about music now.
Now that you're out of my life, I'm so much better. Thought that I'd be weak without you, but I'm stronger. Thought that I'd be broke without you, but
Oh,
I'm
the sass.
Thought that I'd be sad without you. I love her.
You thought I wouldn't.
I like that. That's great. I love how sassy Honey's being. Like, I'm a zombie, but I'm still going to tell you what's what. This is great. You'll know how I feel about having a video start with something low coming from Jeff, in this case a laugh. That's always a fun way to start. And him beginning with those lovely bass notes. There's so much going on. One more time.
Now that you're out of my life, I'm so much better. Thought that I'd be weak without you, but I'm stronger. Thought that I'd be broke.
I love that. You've got the chorus that's going on behind Honey. I love that it's "Now I'm Stronger" is the words that they choose to sing. And other than that, they're kind of vocalizing a little bit. I think this is one of the things... So yeah, one great touch on this. This was arranged on the home free side by Rob's beard, which we're seeing very blurry right now, and on the VoicePlay side by, what was the gag? Death Casted Lucci. Which is great. But one of the things I love about Jeff's arrangement is his moments of where he has the chorus suddenly sing words, and which words he chooses for them to sing. I love "Now I'm Stronger," because if I remember correctly, we kind of start off quite nervous with the home free folks. You know, the zombie horde is coming, and they're not together yet. And I love that "Now I'm Stronger" are the lyrics that the zombies sing to begin with as a group. That's really cool. Also love there's a sense of groundedness about the what's going on here. Again, you know what? I'm going to watch and then I'm going to comment because I might be getting verses mixed up.
I'm so much better. Thought that I'd be weak without you, but I'm stronger. Thought that I'd be broke without you, but I'm richer. Thought that I'd be sad without you. I love her.
That high harmony too. Oh, I'm sorry, just matched the microphone. And again, I'm just going to adjust. There we go. That the "Now I'm Stronger," or whatever the words are they're singing. I don't think it's that, but that lovely little bit of harmony going on up there with presumably Ellie, Earl. I think Tony's baritone, so probably he's a little bit lower than them. But that's a great little bit of harmony to switch over.
Broke without you, but I'm richer. Thought that I'd be sad without you. I love her.
You thought I wouldn't grow without you. Now I'm wiser. You thought that.
Okay, first things first. I love how well Jeff and Tim just blended on that crossover. There's a little ba-da-da-dum, and I'm not sure who sang it. It could be Jeff being slightly less, having a slightly less aggressive onset to his consonants, or it might be Tim taking over. I'm not 100% certain, and I love the fact that I can be not 100% certain because that's just an indication of how well those two blend together. And that's from the watching it just now. That's going to be a theme throughout. Because one thing that did catch my ear, and I think I'll talk about it later, about the middle of the song, I think, was how well the two groups melded their vocal sort of sound and quality. I just want to hear that one more time.
Without you, I love her.
You thought I wouldn't grow without you. Now I'm wiser. You thought that I'd be helpless without you, but I'm smarter. You thought that I'd be stressed without you.
I love that it's like, no, we can't listen to this. That's quite good fun. Yeah, I think it may have been Tim taking over, just because it sounded a little too smooth, unless they're just, I mean, they are that good. It's very possible. But it sounded like it was one person, and carrying on. What I love is that one assumes, you hear zombie horde and you think kind of pack of rabid creatures, disorganized, scattered, not behaving in sync in any way, shape, or form. And yet the way they're presenting this, right now, Home Free is actually more nervous and more on edge and more jittery. The zombies felt like they were significantly more together in their presentation. You've got this much more pacey beatboxing going on here from Adam, I'm going to get this right, Adam Rupp. Who, there's two Adams in this group for anyone who doesn't know them. I love that. It's less grounded than what Lane was doing a minute ago. And the harmony is this sort of it's a bit more, it's more syncopated, it's more offbeat, it's a little less grounded than what VoicePlay was doing, and it gives them this sense. And I think, looking at Rob's expression, they're nervous at this point in this characterization. It's really cool.
You thought I wouldn't grow without you, now I'm wiser. You thought that I'd be helpless without you, but I'm smarter. You thought that I'd be stressed without you, but I'm chilling. Thought I wouldn't sell without you, so my million. I'm a survivor.
Sorry, I realized I stopped that literally 2 notes before the end of the thing. Also, they're constantly in motion. The zombies' feet were stuck to the ground. They weren't the shambling horde coming towards you. They were grounded in their physicality as well. All the while being twitchy and not quite having these jerky, unnatural motion. But Home Free, the hillbillies, are constantly in motion. You've got the 4 of them circling Rob, making their whole thing a little bit more frantic, frenetic, and a little uncomfortable. Like, it's clear that they are, at this point in this story, they're not quite all as comfortable as they are going to become, I think. I love the quality coming from them, though. They've got this lovely togetherness. I feel like their harmony might just... I will admit, when I'm listening to it, I'm not necessarily the best at breaking the intricacies of chords down on the spot. Something, if I did studied videos, I might get more into. But I feel like their harmony's a little tighter together. It's got a little bit less range. I'm not saying they have less range, but it's been written for them to be a little tighter, and they've kind of got this odd sense of cohesion in how clearly they're singing together, and how, they're supremely talented, clearly. That speaks for itself, really. But it's giving them this sense that there is a togetherness there. They just haven't found it yet. And I think that's really cool. And now we're going into Thriller. Oh, also... Rob here.
Thought I wouldn't sell without you, sold my million.
I love this half-hearted, I'm going to attack you with a front. Yeah, buddy, you're going to break a zombie's knuckles at best with that. that's so much fun. That's what I mean. They're not there yet. They're not quite in the resistance mode that they're going to hit later. And he looks so terrified right now at the fact that he's waving a frying pan around. That's so good. Okay, onwards.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder.
Even there, small thing, there's this beautiful motion as they're going from side to side. Everything is in sync. And then you see Home Free kind of milling around, not quite sure what to do.
I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive.
Oh, that was cool. That takeover? That was Earl singing up to that point, and then just in the middle of the line, he just decrescendos and lets the line go, and Honey picks it up and takes it over. And they do it at just the right pitch that you almost don't catch it. It becomes very obvious it's a female voice quite rapidly, but you almost don't catch it. That's great.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive.
Oh, and I love how everyone there's singing along in the background until she takes over, and then they form. It's like she's pulling them together. She's the leader almost, and is controlling them a little bit, and she pulls them together when she comes in. Also, I'm just going to play half of that again. I don't want to spend too long, otherwise, again, this video will be 2 hours long, and I actually don't have the time to record that long tonight, even if it wasn't going to be potentially too long for you folks. But Ellie's high harmony over the top of Earl, that is gorgeous.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving.
I love that as a shot. I love Lane and Jeff together. Again, they're carrying on this theme. Like Lane's beatbox now is a tiny bit more frantic with this. Psst. He's kind of got the. There's a little bit of a frenetic hi-hat coming in, but it's not consistent the way that it was for Home Free a minute ago. He's just crept that in, but between him and Jeff, they're still keeping this very solid, like the 1, 2, 3, 4 beat is sticking really, really well, and you still have this sense of groundedness from them. Just having now broken down what Home Free just did, it stands out even more. And I love that they're leading, they lead all this in, and now it's the gesture, we're passing it back across to you, now let's see where you're at. Also, it just occurs to me, Tony's makeup looks incredibly, just in this shot maybe, like a Buffy vampire. I'm getting a strong sense of Angel, if he just had the nose prosthetic. I'm getting Angel from him for a second. But I love this makeup so much, like you can really see it now. They're all unique, but they're all cohesive. It's brilliant. Whoever did the makeup for this, they did such a good job. Anyway, let's go into Home Free.
I couldn't breathe without you, I'm inhaling.
First things first, here is proof right now that and we all know this, but this proves that they pre-record the audio before they record these videos, because there is no way, this is Austin. There is no way Austin could sing like that with those teeth in. Oh my goodness, the teeth, they're so good. It's
Survive, keep on surviving.
I couldn't breathe without you, I'm inhaling. Thought I couldn't see without your perfect vision.
I love
Thought I
it.
couldn't
It's
breathe
so good.
without you, but I'm lasting. Thought that I would die without you, but I'm living. What?
This is nice. Now they've lined up. We've got this in-sync motion. They're singing longer, more cohesive chords. They're starting to pull together, which is going with the story that they're doing. I love the sound of Home Free singing together. I'm really looking forward to breaking out into and looking at these guys. I was going to say solo material, by which I mean Home Free on their own. This video's got me really excited for that. Austin's quality here is beautiful. I love that he's still way up there, but he's got a different tone and a different pitch to Earl, and so you can hear, the two of them are very clear voices, even while they are sort of in similar ranges. I really like the sound that we've got coming from Home Free as a whole. So I'm guessing, obviously we've got Tim is the bass for this group. Adam Rupp does the beatboxing. Then it's Adam Chance and Austin and members. Austin, Rob. Oh, Rob, of course, Rob's beard. Derp. It's funny, isn't it? I should have put them on the screen. I'd have remembered him straight away. But as soon as it's amazing when you're thinking about all of this stuff, the basic things that go out of your head. Yeah, let's carry on. Also, just for those of you, again, who are new to my channel, I do a lot about theatricality and filming technique and the visuals of what's going on, because I have a lot of background in theatre. I trained in musical theatre, amongst other things, and I've done some film editing and a little bit of cinematography and stuff like that. So I see a lot of these. There we go. I love the visual of them right here. They have this cohesiveness through the overalls. It's great that they have these orange overalls. They're clearly a group, but they're much more differentiated, I think, than the zombies are. And again, it's this weird thing of the there's this balance to the zombies that you don't expect, and the hillbillies, you have this eclectic, like they each have a different shirt on, or in Austin's case, no shirt. They're each carrying a different weapon. I just saw Tim as a hobby horse. Oh, that's so good. I had totally missed that before. But yeah, they're each carrying a different weapon. They've got different hats, 5 different hats, 5 different tops, and there's a sense of eclecticness about them that the zombies don't have, and I think that is amazing. Yeah, let's see some more of this. Oh, I love this. It's like Ellie's got a broken neck, but the head movement there's something slightly unsettling coming back to that. That's really cool.
I would die without you, but I'm living. What? Without you, but I'm on top. Thought it would be over by now, but it won't stop. Thought that I would self-destruct when I'm still here.
Oh, I love that.
Years to come, I'm still gonna be here. I'm a survivor.
I missed that first time. That's great. This is fantastic. I love that. There was a moment in there. Pretty sure whoever it is in Home Free that has the bow and arrow shot one of their friends. Like, that's not how you survive a zombie apocalypse, guys. So here we started getting that bit more of that staccato ha 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 from them, but it's still a little bit more grounded than Home Free was at the beginning. But the tables are starting to turn, even as these guys are shooting each other. Okay. That was a great freeze frame. But I love that that's starting to come together. I'm loving this. You've got this constant high pitch for the melody from both groups at this point, and then these wonderful harmonies that spread out beneath. And I think it's showing this playoff against each other so well. It's really, really cool. And then we're about to have this amazing chord descent. That's so good, because you have this da 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 da, this chromatic chord descent. It's very unsettling as they're all shifting down. It's totally out of the realm of what we've been expecting based on the song so far, and yet they resolve straight back out into a 5-1. What's also nice, and I didn't catch this one a second ago. That's nice. You've got Jeff at the top. He's on the same note the whole way through. What's also interesting is as they're descending, he's come right up compared to the notes he's been singing up to this point. He's now singing way higher, and that counterpoint between them is excellent. I really, really like that. This is it, and then you get this wonderful resolution. That's so good, and you end up on be here. You've ended up on this minor third, which is also nice because it's a slightly less confident finishing note for the end of that verse, and so you've got this constant shift in and out of harmony into slightly unsettling descent into what sounds like it's going to be a really cool resolution into a standard 5-1, which is a perfect cadence, but a 5-1 into a minor chord, and we're ending up on be here, which of the three notes of the triad, the minor third is the least confident and complete to end on, and so the fact that we have that coming out over the top of the chord is really strong. I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving, hey! And there, the tables have completely shifted. All of a sudden, now we have Home Free in a steady motion, they're all in sync with each other, and the zombies are lost. They're busy eating, they're looking for whatever it is that they're chowing down on, and the insecurity, it's not insecurity on their part, but the lack of cohesion, the lack of uniformity is now on their side, and that's really, really cool. Whereas all of a sudden you've got this much more confident musicality and motion coming from Home Free. They've settled into their position, and as we can see from this amazing still, I love, this is great, the frying pan, the teeth, it's all a little bit off. This is really, really effective. You now have this solid sort of final moment from them at the end of this verse that has clearly stated, no, now we're resisting, now we are surviving. Forgive me for 30 seconds. There's going to be a weird cut here. I just have to respond to something slightly urgent that's come up, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Life goes on even when we are recording. Yes, so, jumping back a section, I just want to listen to this one more time. I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving, hey! Also, I think here you've got this sense, there's a much more grounded bass line and beatboxing coming from Adam and Tim. And then even just this last line, keep on surviving, hey! All sung as a group, all sung in unison. It all pays into this cohesion that they've now developed. And I think that's great. This is really, really powerful. What does it say? Oh, no smoking on the window behind them. Yeah, that's really, really cool. I just love, these guys sound so good as well. I'm absolutely loving this banter between the two of them. It's so effective. Okay, moving on.
I'm wishing you the best. Pray that you are blessed. Bringing much success, no stress, and lots of happiness.
I'm better than that.
I love this. You get this kind of electronic breakdown. There's the slow motion of this. There's something eerie about that circular motion. It sort of feels almost unnatural for the body to be doing. And then this intensity coming from Earl kind of reminds me a little bit of what Caesar's going to do in their more recent videos, where he's Earl's not staring down the camera the way that Caesar does sometimes, but he's staring down presumably Tim, because Tim's going to come in a second, and it's going to be almost a battle between the high tenor and the low bass, which is also awesome, by the way. But I love this strength that's coming, and now you have both sides all of a sudden facing each other down in these blocks rather than being disorganized. This is so good.
And I will survive. Keep on surviving. Hey!
I'm wishing you the best. Pray that you are blessed. Bringing much success, no stress, and lots of happiness.
I'm better than that. I'm not gonna bless you on the radio. I'm better than that. I'm not gonna lie to you, baby.
I'm better than that.
Whoa! What was that from Tim? Did you hear that?
I'm gonna bless you on the radio. I'm better than that. I'm not
Listen to his last note here.
gonna lie to you, baby.
I'm better than that.
Oh, I almost didn't hear that. I felt it. That was like a rumble. I know that. I knew I'd been given enough hints that Tim was going to kind of be another Jeff in the sense of right down in the boots. But there's a different quality to that sound. I don't know how Tim normally sounds when he sings low, but the fact that it's a closed mouth, sort of almost like a hum, that went through me as a feeling more than as a sound. I would imagine if you're wearing AirPods or some kind of these are great, they're professional noise cancelling headphones. Sure, it's a headset. You could get something even more detailed, but at this level, I can hear that sound on with a smaller speaker that doesn't have the bass response. I wonder if you would hear that, or if you would just feel. You'd know it was there. You'd feel it. What was that? Let's have a look. So I still haven't got my piano set up, but what I do have is I've temporarily got access to a keyboard on my phone. So that's a G1. That's a gorgeous low note. I love that. It's got this wonderful surety to it at the bottom of everything else, underneath this very rapid melody line that he's just sung, to then end on that and just let it hang. That's really cool.
You are blessed. Bringing much success, no stress, and lots of happiness.
I'm better than that. I'm not gonna bless you on the radio. I'm better.
I just saw a rub behind. These guys are hilarious.
No stress, and lots of happiness.
I'm better than that. I'm not gonna bless you on the radio. I'm better than that. I'm not gonna lie.
They're all doing it. They're all doing it. Oh my goodness. I love that they've just gone for flat out comedy with these hillbillies. It's so good. And then there's obviously comedy coming from VoicePlay, but it's comedy coming from the fact that they are zombies. Not that they're almost not overplaying it. It's like the hillbillies are overplaying it more than the zombies are, which is great. I love this. I keep seeing things. I'm not focusing on the music so much, but there's so much going on.
Pray that you are blessed. Bringing much success, no stress, and lots of happiness.
I'm better than that. I'm not gonna bless you on the radio.
I also love that I'm better than that is coming, and nobody here looks as confident as Tim. Like right now, if you put a horde of zombies in front of Tim, he's going to own a lot of them. Whereas everybody else still looks a little bit nervous, but they're all shouting this, I'm better than that. It's this coming together behind Tim as this kind of the temporary front man as they face these zombies down. I love that you get that unison singing, and then you get this hilarious blah, 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 going on behind, but they are still forming this great chord that is supporting this wonderful bass resonance. Tim's resonance, wow. There's such a power behind his sound. That's really cool.
Success, no stress, and lots of happiness.
I'm better than that. I'm not gonna bless you on the radio. I'm better than that. I'm not gonna lie to you, baby.
I'm better than that.
The raised eyebrow too. The hum. It's interesting. I feel like maybe again, I may be speaking nonsense here, but it feels like he has a more forward placement in his resonance than Jeff does, because the voice is a little bit more up front, whereas Jeff sits a little bit more back, I think. Tim is pushing it forward, and it's really effective. It's giving him a great confidence in this moment. It's also, again, proof that they pre-record. There's no way he'd be able to sustain that while with all that motion going on. Just the counterpoint of these two sections from that breakdown is so effective.
I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving, hey!
I'm wishing you the best. Pray that you are blessed, bringing much success, stress, and lots of happiness.
I'm better than that, I'm not gonna blast you on the radio. I'm better than that, I'm not gonna lie to you, baby.
I'm better than that. I'm not gonna hammer you in the magazines, 'cause my zombie taught me better than that.
Oh, that climb in the background. Listen to that harmony.
I'm not gonna blast you on the radio. I'm better than that, I'm not gonna lie to you, baby.
I'm better than that. I'm not gonna hammer you in the magazines, 'cause my
What was that?
I'm not gonna lie to you, baby.
I'm better than that. I'm not gonna hammer.
I am better than. Is that it?
I'm better than that, I'm not gonna lie to you, baby.
I'm better than that. I'm not gonna hammer you in the magazines, 'cause my zombie taught me better than that.
I'm a survivor.
Oh, that is gorgeous. I am better than climbing up. There's a surety in that, even as they're going high, and they're moving away from the deep frequencies that kind of resound out more. But it's that beautiful climb up again, slight dissonance in the chord, just subtle, very subtle, but this beautiful harmony, and then that wonderful resolution up into the tonic. That is gorgeous.
I'm gonna hammer you in the magazines, 'cause my zombie taught me better than that.
I'm a survivor.
And I love that snap. It's like, and we're back. That's really, really cool. Everything about this presentation, and this is 10 years ago. This was, well, almost. 2013 they did this video, I believe. And the production is already so high. You can hear that they've come on since, and you can see that they've come on since, but already here, they were so good.
I'm not gonna hammer you in the magazines, 'cause my zombie taught me better than that.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder.
I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive.
Keep on surviving.
I'm a survivor.
I love there you get from both groups not quite but almost the same groove. It's like they've settled into where they should be now.
Give up, I'm not gonna.
It's not quite the same, but it's close.
My zombie taught me better than that.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder.
I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive.
Keep on surviving.
I'm a survivor.
Just expression. That's great. It's like it's all been mounting to this, right? It's all coming together now at the climax to the song. And it's so powerful. And you can hear how well they form together, because you could, if you weren't watching this, it's obvious that it's what Group 1 then Group 2, but it's also not obvious. Like, it could just be subtle shifts and then they carry it on. Like, they are so equally matched and so well balanced. Both groups. This is wonderful. One more time, just from the middle of this.
Give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder.
I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive.
Keep on surviving.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna keep on surviving.
Hey!
That is right there. You have 11 people making beautiful, beautiful music. It's great. You've got, how many have you got? You've got Rob, Adam, Earl, Ellie, and Tony, I guess. So you've got 5 people forming this mid-harmony. You have the other Adam and Lane beatboxing. You have Jeff and Tim right down at the bottom. And then you have this amazing sort of, in choral terms, it would be the descant. But like this riff battle almost going on between Austin and Honey. That is just so... Also, I just saw Honey's bracelets. They're very cool. This is just the culmination of everything that this entire song has been leading up to, and you get this incredibly powerful finish of all 11 voices doing what they do best. And we just get to bask in it, and isn't it wonderful?
Keep on surviving.
I'm a survivor.
That's what? The zombies are telling us to survive? What? Yeah.
Keep on surviving.
I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna keep on surviving.
Hey! Oh gosh, oh, that's a zombie. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, it hurts. Oh, that feels good. No, it hurts.
That ending is so good too. I love that. Oh my god. Oh, that's a zombie. Don't forget to subscribe. What were your last words? Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's amazing. And then Tim, the sound effect of crying like a baby. I guess he's the only survivor of Home Free now. Oh, one more time on this final chorus. Wow, it is so amazing listening to these two groups sing together. Somebody tell me if they've done this again, because I want to watch it. I'm definitely going to check out some Home Free stuff as well, but this is so good.
Keep on surviving.
I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor.
It's almost like a battle cry from Austin, isn't it? Just this wonderful repeated descant line above, and then Honey just comes up, joins him, and starts riffing. This is so good.
Keep on surviving.
Hey!
And I love that her riff just settles. No, right before it finishes up. And then you get this hey. Oh, this is so amazing. I love it. One more time on the final, just that final section.
I'm not gonna lie.
Nope, slightly too far, but
I'm not gonna hate you in the magazines, 'cause my zombie taught me better than that. I'm a survivor.
Did he just say 'cause my zombie taught me better than that?
I'm not gonna hate you in the magazines, 'cause my zombie taught me better than that.
I didn't catch. This is why I go back sometimes. You catch. If there's one thing I've learned from watching VoicePlay stuff, and I know they take the theatricality further than anybody else, but you can always go back and see something you haven't seen before, because there is always so much going on stage, and they've kind of brought what they've got. I don't know. I understand Home Free doesn't do things to quite the same theatrical level that VoicePlay does. Their focus is different. But it feels like they brought it with this as well, because there's just as much to talk about with them as there is with VoicePlay. And I love that.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive.
Keep on surviving.
I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor, keep on surviving.
Hey! Oh gosh, oh, that's a zombie. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, it hurts. Oh, that feels good. No, it hurts.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, I feel compelled to point this out just because it is a part of
Subscribe.
cinematography.
Oh, it hurts.
Tim's tag is still on his overalls. I don't. That's just funny.
That feels good. No,
I love this so much, though. I love it. It's like he's the child of the group watching the parents disappear. Oh, wow. That is a video. That is so much fun. I totally understand why people said this is a great way to start into Home Free as well, because it's kind of, I can see what they do, but I've also been let into their world through the world that I already know, which is actually a really cool way of doing this. Thank you so much to everybody who recommended that video. I just had an absolute blast for 40 minutes or however long I've been going on for. And I really, really enjoyed that. To everybody who may have come on board, especially if you're coming on because I'm doing Home Free and therefore maybe got a new audience coming in, welcome. Thank you for joining me on this crazy journey of reacting to awesome videos. please do go back and check out my backlog. I have a bunch of VoicePlay and Jeff Castellucci, and I also just last week was the first time I did a video that wasn't either of those, which was the Bobby McFerrin performance of Blackbird, which is mind-blowingly cool. So please do check them out, and please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell to be told when I release new videos. Like this if you enjoyed it, like any of my other videos you enjoy. Also, I now have a Buy Me a Coffee account. So if you would like to support the channel, right now this is a very, very basic setup. You can see I've got the headset. I'm using this microphone. I have a very basic setup here. I would like to enhance that over time and bring up the quality of the videos. Hopefully I won't then bang the mic, or I'm sure I've got a lot of plosives. The last couple of videos I've been bad about that. It'll just help me to bring the quality of my videos up, and therefore hopefully your enjoyment of them. So if you'd like to donate to support the channel, please head over to buymeacoffee.com/DavidKReacts, and that would be absolutely lovely. Absolutely no pressure, however. Honestly, it's just lovely having you here, being a part of my community, which is part of a much larger community that I came into, and I'm so grateful to everyone who's made me so welcome. So thank you very much. That's it for me for this week. Thank you so much to everybody for watching. I really appreciate it, and you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.